Children, in the previous session, we studied about active and passive voice. So, what is active and what is passive? So, in active voice, how it was written? Subject, verb and object. In passive voice, how we should write? Object, verb and subject. And in that way, children, in passive, we can easily identify like by will be there. But sometimes there are sentences in which we can't write by. But moreover, by will be there in the passive. So here are the rules, children. As I said in the previous class, 12 tenses are there. In that only 8 can be written into passive. Other 4 which are here, that is the perfect continuous of all and future continuous. This cannot be written in passive forms. And children, here to find out or to write into passive, verbs are more important. Even auxiliary verb and even main verb. These two you should know compulsorily, auxiliaries and the main verbs. Okay children? So this active voice which is there, these are the rules which you learnt in the last year. In the tenses rules, which we asked you to learn, write many times and all. So you should remember, children, all these rules. So active voice rules are same as it is of all the tenses rules. When we go to passive voice, the verb, the main verb always will be in past participle. That you should remember. V3 means I have written past participle. So this always you should remember. In passive, along with the verb, ing, nothing will come. Here what will be there? Always in passive you have to write in past participle. So if you take the simple present tense, okay, subject will be there, then verb, along with the verb according to singular or plural. Like example, he writes a letter. So he is singular. So along with the verb, yes will be there. Okay children. So when you are converting that into passive, so he writes a letter. So letter is singular. Again the letter will be in the beginning. So a letter is. From this 3 you have to use any one. Wherever 2 or 3 is given, you have to use according to the singular and plural forms. Now the object is singular. Object is singular, which is that a letter. Okay. So a letter is. So what was the question we had? Writes. So that will become past participle return. So a letter is returned. By him you can write, otherwise you can write as it is, a letter is returned. Same way present continuous, is are and plus verb plus ing. Subject will be there according to the subject singular or plural. Along with the verb ing will be there. And here children, in passive voice, no ing. Along with the object you have to see whether it is singular or plural. You have to add this being for continuous tense. All the continuous tense you can see being will be added. And then past participle. And next is present perfect. Has or have plus V3 is singular, then has, plural, then have, then past participle. And as you all know that in tenses it is there. And in passive, same. If the object in the front, if it is singular or plural, according to that, and for perfect sentences, you have to use being. This then is past participle. So in all the tenses you have to remember, if it is continuous, then you have to use being, and if it is perfect, you have to use being. These are the simple things you have to keep in your mind. And at the last with the participle, you will be using past participle of the verb. And children, when any time is given, like in the previous sentence we studied in the last class last year. So when time are given in the sentence, that should be always written at the last. That is only considerable. Okay. So when there are many things, when two objects are there, then the passive can be written in two ways also. Like a mother distributed chocolates to children. So when two objects are there, you can convert that into two way of passive voice. Children, compulsorily write these rules in your English to notebook 2 times and learn the rules. If you are not learning the rules, then it is impossible to write of your own. So compulsorily write and learn.